From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. We're tracking multiple fires within the region. We're going to start off in Yakima County, where we're tracking the Williams Mine fire and the Retreat fire. We start off with the Williams Mine fire, this one burning to the south of Mount Adams. It's closing in on 11,000 acres and it's still 0% contained. But the good news is that there are a few less active hotspots on the map this morning as opposed to yesterday morning. And we still have those evacuations in place for Klickitat County and Skamania County. So far, none in place for Yakima County, at least with that fire. But with the Retreat fire, we do have evacuations still in place. Didn't really get a big update from this fire yesterday. Acreage and containment, both of them stayed the same. But again, level 3 evacuation still in place, and a level 1 evacuation still in place for the Titan and Cowiche areas. You can find all sorts of information, including evacuations, listed online for each fire at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Okay, on to the Lone Rock fire. This one, we also didn't really get a big update from this one yesterday, as acreage and containment both stayed the same. We are oh so close to being 100% contained and 100% done with the Lone Rock fire. Then with the Battle Mountain complex, this one consists of 2 fires, but obviously the Monkey Creek fire stealing the show. It's upwards of 180,000 acres, and containment did jump up on this one. Now it's 82% contained, and we did see evacuations tweaked with this one yesterday, specifically in Morrow County, and we obviously still have the level 2s and level 1s in place for Umatilla County. Again, all this information you can find online at applevalleyNewsNow.com, and I'll show you what all this is doing to our air quality coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, we have an update on the drive-by shooting in Pasco. What police mean when they say it was a random act of violence, but there's no threat to the public.
And new this morning, a heated meeting for Madison City Council last night as the mayor was met with pushback from community members. Emily Goodell with that report. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, August 14th, and even though we're only halfway through August, we keep talking about fall. We're so excited.
You know what we did? We also dressed fall
for
colors.
Fall. Yes.
So we're into it.
We're welcoming it in early.
I definitely am. I think it's not too early for pumpkin spice, but we'll talk more about that later. We're going to start off in new news from overnight. So a fire overnight in the 2300 block of North Utah Street destroys a home in Kennewick. Deputy Fire Chief Michael Hefner says neighbors spotted the flames just after 2 a.m. Hefner says within a few minutes of firefighters getting to the scene, the flames took over most of the home.
At this time, it's unclear if anyone was in the home at the time of the fire. Fire officials will continue their investigation this morning. Crews from Benton County Fire District 1 and Richland also responded. The Kennewick Police Department went door to door helping people who lived near the burning home get out if they needed to. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Also new this morning, as concerns continue over the continued lack of a budget in the city of Mabton, the council voting to hire a new attorney at last night's meeting.
But the mayor refusing to sign the contract. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell was at that heated meeting where the mayor was met with pushback from council and community members.
Well, you always want to talk, so you're going to wait.
I'm professional.
Oh, my goodness.
You might treat your council like this, but you're not going to treat me like this.
The city of Mabton has been operating without a budget for all of 2024. And with no budget on file for 2023 either, the mayor says they need help from an outside contractor.
She's walking this through the process, but she needs to be here hands-on a little bit more so we can get a feel of things.
The city not only without a budget, but missing $22,000 in cash and checks, stolen from the city in a fake robbery scheme, allegedly involving a city employee.
And what's going on with the investigation, because nobody knows anything. Right now you're paying somebody sitting at home on administrative leave getting paid for nothing.
The council requesting a new lawyer after they say the city attorney refuses to communicate with them directly without the mayor's involvement. The mayor saying there's no need for a change.
Things are going to go south. Not for me, but for council. So You guys better think about it.
Sounds like a threat.
So, you know,
That sounds like a
I've been
threat.
threatened here before, so just stop.
The council voting to approve a contract with the new lawyer.
Well, I am not going to sign the contract. I'm sorry.
If we're requiring you to sign a new contract and you're refusing to, that means you're refusing to do your job.
The mayor twice attempting to end the meeting early.
Mayor, if you'd like to recuse yourself, you can.
No, I am
Okay.
not. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction.
Okay, then you can't adjourn it.
The council moving forward with the new attorney, who signed the contract at the meeting despite the mayor's refusal. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And council members have filed a recall petition against the mayor in Yakima County Superior Court with a hearing scheduled for this morning.
And we'll have more about that later tonight. Now, we are continuing to monitor a drive-by shooting that happened Monday night in Pasco.
Police say a juvenile was shot and injured but is expected to survive.
The shooting was first reported around 7 p.m. near the Circle K on Chapel Hill and Broadmoor Boulevard. Shortly after the shooting, officials said there was no threat or danger to the public, but residents were asking how there could be no threat if this was a random shooting.
This morning, we're hearing the explanation from the Pasco Police Department.
Yeah, so when we're putting out information that we don't believe that there's a specific threat to the public, what we're trying to convey is that we don't think that this is a random event that is occurring to uninvolved persons. So we're not concerned that there's an individual just going around attacking people at random. This was a specific isolated incident. So we want people to understand that while there are dangers out there on the day-to-day community, this does not elevate our standard assessment of that risk.
At last check, a suspect has not been arrested.
Franklin County will be asking for an increase in funding for its emergency communications system on the November ballot. The system is failing, which puts public safety in danger.
Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond spoke at the Pasco City Council Monday night about the dead zones in some areas of the county.
And so what we do is we live day by day now, at least when you get north of the city, as our radio systems are going to work. And if I took you out on a drive, I'd get you to about Burr Canyon, and then you would see where there is no radio for law enforcement in the 800 environment right now. It just goes dead.
Raymond also says voting to support the tax will ensure that first responders have the resources they need to protect and serve the community.
In continuing fire coverage now, the Retreat Fire has burned through more than 45,000 acres southwest of Natchez.
The fire is no longer burning along Highway 12, but the roadway remains closed. Firefighters are still using the highway as an access point for emergency vehicles and equipment.
WashDOT crews also needing to assess damage to infrastructure before they can reopen the roadway.
We've had about 3,100 feet of guardrail that needs to be replaced along that area, as well as a dozen highway signs. And all of those items were damaged from the Retreat Fire itself.
You can find information about detour routes and how much extra time it'll add to your trip on applevalleynewsnow.com.
And we're learning more about the impending Cadillac strike.
The strike notice comes after an 8-month-long failed employee negotiation contract. The strike is set to start next Tuesday and last a week.
Apple Valley News Now spoke with Cadillac employees, and they say the strike is all about being treated fairly.
We feel like we're just being kind of pushed around, like we're not as good. We don't need to be treated the same. Like I said, we all do the same work. We all have the same goal. It would just be nice to be treated as such.
Cadillac hospital officials say both parties will return to the negotiating table once the strike is over.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're tracking Tropical Storm Ernesto as it nears hurricane status. We'll tell you where it's headed coming up.
And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers on the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Don't wait. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX Super Crew for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Off the clock? And you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50%. during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no interest financing. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Are workplace injuries slowing your company down? Trust Health First Urgent Care for comprehensive occupational medicine services. Our providers are trained to diagnose and treat work-related injuries, getting your employees back to work. We also offer DOT physicals. Our expert team assesses everything from blood pressure to past medical history and even drug screenings. We work directly with employers to keep businesses running and employees safe and healthy on the job. Health First Urgent Care. We are your trusted ally for workplace wellness.
Liberty Lawn and Saw Shop, your destination for outdoor power equipment. We offer a wide range of products from leading brands such as Exmark, Husqvarna, Echo, and Steel. Make your yard stand out with our range of professional-grade landscaping tools and equipment. We also provide a variety of services, including free pickup and delivery on deluxe services. Our team is committed to providing the best care for your outdoor equipment. Call us today or text us for faster service at 509-371-1477. Visit us in West Richland and at libertylawnandsawshop.com.
The Make It Ford summer sales event is on. Amazing offers, like the Built Wild Bronco family. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing light haze up in the sky for most spots, but where you see some brighter colors here in southwestern Yakima County, that's where we're seeing some of the thicker smoke from the Williams mine fire, and that will put some thicker smoke into more eastern parts, I should say, of Yakima County, at least the southern section of Yakima County, also some thick smoke into Klickitat County. So you'll see that as we put this into motion. This is 5 p.m. This is midnight. You can see, yeah, it's kind of the same area, southern Yakima County and that northern little stretch of Klickitat County. And then the cycle into tomorrow is essentially the exact same. Light haze for most spots, although immediately downwind of the Williams mine fire. Again, that's where we'll see the thickest smoke and the worst air quality, at least for the time being. For this morning, temperatures are in the 50s or 60s. We do have some light breezes out there for this morning, so it's a bit brisk. You'll probably want some sort of a light jacket as you're headed out the front door, but it will be t-shirt weather a little bit later today, as we're going to end up in the mid-80s in the Tri-Cities, really just like yesterday. So for today, most of us ending up in the 80s. We will have some hazy sunshine, but into tomorrow, that's when thunderstorm chances come back into the picture. So I'll time those out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And we turn to weather news across the country, turning to Tropical Storm Ernesto, which is nearly a Category 1 hurricane as it moves through the Caribbean. That's according to the National Hurricane Center. It shows Ernesto passing north of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and moving northwest at 16 miles per hour. Ernesto did not make direct landfall on Puerto Rico, but heavy rain and strong winds are impacting the island. At last check, more than 100,000 people were without power. The storm should move over the western Atlantic later in the week and could reach major hurricane strength by Friday morning. Ernesto is expected to pass near or over Bermuda as a Category 2 or 3 hurricane on Saturday. As another tropical storm is bearing down on U.S. territories, the Federal Emergency Management Agency announced Tuesday its disaster fund has run out of money. The agency administrator says for now, FEMA will only provide money for immediate needs, and she's hoping Congress will pass a $9 billion supplemental request to help restore funding for its disaster fund. Congress is in recess through the end of August, and it's unclear when the House and Senate will take up the funding request. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden has announced $150 million in funding for research aimed at improving the outcomes of cancer surgeries. And some of that money is going to Washington universities. Details are coming up.
How many people here have any belly buttons? Show off.
Next live, Mark Cuban. Plus, John Batiste performs. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Next, ET Carrie Underwood's idol comeback were with OG judge Simon Cowell.
She gets it. I think there's a reason for being there.
Plus, the cast of Emily in Paris, next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Summer in our area usually means great weather, but every so often a storm moves in.
Count on Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to warn you in advance of coming storms.
Stacey Lee evenings, Josh Colbert mornings, Apple Valley News Now. First Alert Weather on your side.
Superstar Martina McBride, the Demolition Derby, the PRCA Rodeo, all part of the 2024 Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days.
Let freedom ring.
For your chance to win tickets to the fair, scan this QR code or click contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're paying very close attention to just, some of the trees here kind of swaying in the breeze. Just sort of underscores how cool it is out there this morning with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Then you add in the breeze. You'll definitely need some sort of jacket as you're walking out the front door. But a little bit later today, we're going to end up in the 80s once again. We'll still be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. But the sunshine will help us to feel warm. It's going to be hazy sunshine for most spots, and some of the thicker smoke is going to be in southern Yakima County and parts of Klickitat County. Winds will be pretty light for today, and then for tonight the winds will still be pretty light. The haze and the smoke situation is going to be just about the same, and overnight lows might be a smidge warmer, as we could end up in the low 60s for parts of the foothills of the Blues, but the rest of us will end up in the 50s. Okay, for tomorrow, we're going to track a chance of thunderstorms. It's actually going to start in the wee hours of the morning. You see 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's maybe when we could see some showers or thunderstorms for southern Morrow or Umatilla counties. And then that becomes more widespread as we get into the afternoon hours. Some of this could get into our Washington counties, but the best coverage will continue to be along the Blue Mountains, especially from this time frame, 5 p.m. to midnight. Watch this. Maybe another complex of thunderstorms through the Blue Mountains, similar to what we had for yesterday morning. So we will watch for the potential of lightning and holdover fires. Maybe we get a little bit of a break for Friday, then a resurgence of thunderstorm chances for Saturday. So that'll be another day where we'll track the fire start potential very closely. After that, it looks like chances start to peter out a little bit. Temperatures holding pretty steady over the next 7 days. Saturday is an anomaly, but the rest of the days will be about 5-ish degrees below average for this time of the year. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and hazy for today. We'll have small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, mostly staying in the 80s through early next week. For Yakima, tough air quality in southern Yakima County. We'll have a string of thunderstorm chances from Thursday through Sunday and below average highs for next week. For Hermiston, a bit breezy for this morning. Winds tapering off a little bit later today. Small shower and thunderstorm chances Thursday and Saturday, and highs will range from 85 to 90 for the next 7 days. Then for Walla Walla, warm with hazy sunshine for today. Consistent chances for thunderstorms Thursday through Saturday, and highs stay mostly in the mid-80s through next Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. President Joe Biden has announced $150 million in funding for research aimed at improving the outcomes of cancer surgeries. The announcement came yesterday as the president and first lady visited Tulane University in New Orleans. The funding is part of the White House Cancer Moonshot effort he first launched in 2016 when he was the vice president after the death of Beau Biden. Biden relaunched it 2 years ago with the goal of cutting the U.S. cancer rate by at least 50% over the next 25 years.
We're mobilizing a whole-of-country effort to cut American cancer deaths in half by 2020 and within 25 years and boost support for patients and their families. I'm confident in our capacity to do that. I know we can, but it's not just personal. It's about what's possible.
The money is going to 7 universities, including UW, and a company that provides the medical imaging used by cancer surgeons. The teams are collaborating on a program aimed at making tumor removals more effective. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got the 3 adorable kittens that will soon be up for adoption. And we're talking about a pet adoption event coming up in our community. That's next during Operation Best Friend.
If you think Dee Dee stays home all day eating bonbons, then you'd be wrong, because that's not how Dee Dee rolls. You see, Dee Dee lives within winning distance of Legends Casino Hotel. Yep, that's how Dee Dee likes to roll. Get out of the house, go have some fun, play to win. And why not stay the night? Legends Casino Hotel, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll.
Why is the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo the best week of summer? Because you get more of what you love about summer. More fun in the sun with thrilling carnival rides and games. More flavors to savor with your favorite tasty fair treats. More world-class entertainment with the Summer Concert Series. And you even get more colorful sunsets as attractions help light up the cotton candy skies. So don't miss out on your best week of summer, August 20th through 24th at the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Bad sleep.
No, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Check out the Summit, just $299.99. Or get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back. In what I believe to be a first for Operation Best Friend, today we're featuring a few feline friends who will soon be ready for adoption.
Summer, autumn, and winter. Stop by Apple Valley News Now ahead of the second annual Felines and Firefighters Adoption event this Friday.
Hi everyone, I'm Monica and I am from the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter, and this week on Operation Best Friend, I'm here with Deputy Fire Chief Chris Mortensen, and we are here to snuggle some kittens. The kittens' names are Autumn, Winter, and Summer. The two lighter colored are going to be Summer and Winter, and the little gray tabby is Autumn. They've only been with us since the 2nd of August. We think that they're about 8 weeks old right now. They were found as strays in Pasco off of 395 and brought in by the public. But they are almost ready for adoption, and they are here to kind of help us talk about our Felines and Firefighter event that is coming up.
Our firefighters are proud to partner with the animal shelter. We absolutely consider the animal population as part of the population that we serve in the city of Pasco.
So this Friday, August 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we are having our second annual Felines and Firefighters Adoption event. You can stop by to talk to local firefighters about fire safety tips in your home when you have pets, and meet a lot of cute adoptable kittens.
So come down and see us this Friday, the 16th from 10 to 2. Even if you don't plan on adopting an animal, these animals need plenty of love, so come down, pet them, talk with your firefighters. We're willing to give you guys safety tips on what to do with your animals, and we look forward to seeing everybody there.
So this Friday, during our adoption event, you can come down 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to meet kittens like Autumn, Winter, and Summer here, who will be available for adoption and lots of cuddles.
And actually, I was corrected by our director. We have had cats on the show before on Operation Best Friend. It happened while I was on maternity leave.
Jill, do you need a cat?
I do.
I don't need another cat. I think I need another cat.
No, I don't need another cat. I have a kid. So that's good for now. But up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, PNNL is opening the doors to its newest research hub, why it's set to improve the reliability of the power grid.
Plus, the latest developments in the case of Brian Koberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students, what prosecutors are saying about where the trial should be held. We'll be back with that in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley and the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Don't fight the traffic and parking hassles. Ride BFT to the fair for free. August 20th to the 24th, courtesy of Benton Franklin Fair. No wristbands, no tickets, just hop on the bus. It's a free ride to the fair. Save time and buy fair entry tickets online before you board. Enjoy park and ride locations throughout the Tri-Cities. Extended services till 11:30 p.m. Dial-a-ride services also free. Ride stress-free and make your fair experience unforgettable. Learn more at bft.org.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, I know both of you are cat people. We just saw the most adorable kittens if you're watching the last half hour. And they had the greatest names.
I know, summer, winter, and autumn.
We've been talking about autumn.
So someone needs to be the spring and get all three of them so they can stay together. Do you want another cat? I want another cat.
Mimi, my cat, she would run off other cats. So she
my
needs
cat
to be...
would too. She's a terror.
They're solo acts.
I know.
Yeah,
so.
it's a shame because they were all so cute, and I want them all.
So
it's tough. Well, anyway, speaking of the seasons, it is definitely a late summer vibe out there as you take a live look at Yakima, the Yakima Valley. This view coming atop the Tanum Ridge. It's a little hazy out there, definitely not the haziest conditions we've seen in the Yakima Valley, though, especially since the start of the retreat in the Williams mine fires. We've had a lot of fires out in Yakima County this season. Okay, current temperatures this morning in the 50s and 60s. It is a little breezy in some locations, so that would make it feel even cooler than what the air temperature would otherwise suggest. So you'll definitely want a light jacket as you're headed out the front door for this morning. A little bit later today, it's going to be t-shirt weather. We'll end up being in the 80s, but that's still about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Plenty of sunshine, hazy sunshine out there. And so the bottom line for the forecast is that our cooler weather, which started yesterday, it's going to continue throughout the rest of the week. We'll have light haze for most spots, a little bit thicker, again, in those parts of Yakima County that we were talking about. And thunderstorm chances will be going up, especially for Thursday and Saturday. And I'll show you what the fuels and what the vegetation dryness looks like ahead of that. And that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, we're starting this half hour with news from PNNL. The lab opening its newest research hub yesterday.
It's called the Grid Storage Launchpad, and officials say it's a milestone in taking steps to enhance energy infrastructure and improve the reliability of the power grid. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald says all of the attendees were charged up for the presentation.
From developing new battery chemistries to testing next-generation technologies under real-world conditions, the Grid Storage Launchpad behind me is going to be the home to all of PNNL's energy storage researchers. This facility, the GSL, just opened up on Tuesday morning.
I also want to give a huge shout out to all the folks here that work at PNNL, and that includes all you folks back there too.
It's something that couldn't be done without the researchers, the scientists, and the engineers who are about to start up their work.
You know, they're the ones with the ideas, the ways that take us forward to really go after the most challenging problems that we have.
There's a reason people are excited about the Grid Storage Launchpad. Everyone will be in the same place.
So what's unique about that facility is the ability to put scientists that are working on the materials of a battery right next to the scientists that are testing those small batteries, that are building up into bigger batteries and testing those, standing right next to the engineers that are testing assemblies of large batteries, all in the same building.
Matthew Pace, the technical advisor for the Battery Materials and Systems Group with PNNL, says it's one of only 17 national labs. So for the DOE to choose the Tri-Cities for a lab of this capability, it's something to be proud of.
Because it's a major acknowledgement of PNL's capabilities, of having the staff, the scientists and engineers to do that level of work here. There's other labs that could have received it, and they said, we want PNL to have it.
And really, this facility is going to be looked at all across the nation as a place to go if you want to be able to make advances in batteries.
Now, what kind of improvements does PNNL plan to make on these batteries? According to Eric Shea, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Energy Storage in the DOE, batteries will
last longer, perform better, stay cooler, and be able to manufacture them cheaper and with locally sourced materials.
For example, what they're trying to do is to see if we can make batteries with table salt instead of lithium. Things like that, and be able to test. So those are the kinds of things we need to both come up with bigger, better batteries, but also safer ones, and ones that can be deployed all over the country in rural regions as well as in urban regions.
The 93,000 square foot research facility plans to accelerate the development of energy storage for the nation's electrical grid and transportation sector, chosen right in the center of North Richland's charged up electrical hub.
DOE, should bet on the Tri-Cities, because if you bet on the Tri-Cities, they'll deliver when it comes to electricity and storage.
$75 million in federal funding brought this building up, housing 30 laboratories and employing about 100 researchers. Reporting in Richland, I'm Riley Fitzgerald for Good Morning Northwest.
And continuing coverage of the murder of 4 University of Idaho students in 2022.
Prosecutors in Latah County say the man accused in that case should go on trial in the community where the students were killed. On Monday, county prosecutors filed an objection to a request from Brian Kohberger's defense team pushing to move the trial to Boise. The defense cited media coverage and a survey of prospective jurors in Latah County.
Prosecutors argue Kohberger can still have a fair trial in Latah County. Kohberger is accused of killing Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle at a home just off campus. The trial is scheduled for next June. A hearing on the change of venue is scheduled for August 29th. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we look at the progress being made on the 2 new high schools in Pasco.
And we'll take a look at some helpful back to school tips. But first, Josh will have what you can expect today in your weather forecast.
Round 5 voting is now open. Click contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar August 22nd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
An urgent care is just a standalone doctor's office. We're not a primary care, we're not a hospital, but we're here for you when you need us.
We have providers that are here for 12 hours at a time from 8 to 8. That allows people to be able to get in at a timely manner when they are sick.
Here at Health First Urgent Care, we're a little bit different than the other offices in terms of, we want to make sure that we have short wait times for all of our patients. We want to make sure that every single patient that comes in and out of here is treated like family, and we are locally owned. We have a local interest. All of our workforce is here locally.
We are Health First Urgent Care. Come see us today.
You can get the health care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brand that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Round 5 voting is now open. After voting, enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. We're giving away a total of 24 cards from STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
This is how we make Saturday special. And this is how we go all out. SEC on ESPN and ABC. This is how it's done.
have any belly buttons. Show off.
Next live, Mark Cuban. Plus, John Batiste performs.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a little chilly out there this morning for some spots, especially where the breezes are kicking up stuff. We are in the 50s and 60s right now for the Kittitas Valley. Looks like we're exclusively in the 50s for the Yakima Valley, 54 for Toppenish, 58 for Union Gap, 51 in Yakima, getting dangerously close to the 40s. And then for the Lower Columbia Basin, 50s and 60s, officially 62 in the Tri-Cities, 57 for Benton City, 56 for Prosser. And then in the Blue Mountains, also exclusively 50s, actually some 30s and 40s up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains of Meacham and Ukiah. So very, very chilly stuff for that time of the year up that way. But a little bit later today, of course, fear not, it is going to be warm out there. So even though you might need the light jacket for this morning in the Tri-Cities, I'm thinking by 10, 11 o'clock, it's probably already going to be t-shirt weather, and high temperatures will end up being in the mid-80s when it's all said and done, about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Let's look at today's vegetation dryness. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation on record. We're going to be up into the 72nd percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 78th percentile for the Lower Columbia Basin, up into the 80th percentile for the Blue Mountains. So certainly dry out there, but just not as dry as we were in July. But we are dry enough to be worried about fire starts, as there is lightning in the forecast. I'll time out those lightning chances with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And as we get closer to the start of the new school year, progress is being made on the construction of 2 new high schools in Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now's Lucy Lobdell reports on the update and has some helpful back-to-school tips.
Let's start off with this drone video from the Pasco School District, which was recently released. This is Orion High School, and there are lots of updates on how this work is going. The district says foundational footings have been completed, there's ongoing installation of underground utilities, and electrical conduits have been installed for the lab area. Orion High School is still on schedule to open in August 2025. Now let's check in how the work is going at Sageview High School. Concrete pours have been completed for auditorium seating steps. Sod installation has begun on the athletic fields. There is ongoing installation of skylights in the gymnasium. The district also says progress continues on door frame painting. Sageview is still on schedule to open in August 2025. Finally, let's talk safety. If your kid takes the bus, they should arrive at the bus stop at least 5 minutes before the bus is scheduled to arrive. Regarding bicycle safety, tell your child to always wear a correctly fitted helmet, and it's important to remember to ride in the same direction as traffic and follow traffic signs and signals. And if your child will walk to school this year, remember to tell them to use the sidewalk whenever possible. And if there isn't a sidewalk, walk on the edge of the street facing traffic. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Lucy Lobdell.
And we've got a look at your full weather forecast coming up after the break. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth letting us know what to expect as we head out the door this morning. And the morning sprint is just ahead.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or get 60 months no interest financing. The Labor Day sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Prosser Memorial Health board-certified pediatricians Dr. Dennis Moore and Dr. Gary Podolsky care for newborns through age 18 and are now accepting new patients at our Grandview and Prosser Clinic locations. Their services include wellness exams, school and sports physicals, and treatment for common childhood illnesses. To schedule an appointment for your child, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals, ready in 2 minutes.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
We are celebrating a new chapter at Shelby's Floral, and we're now open at our brand new building on Clearwater in Kennewick. For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. And now, we hope you will join us for the grand opening of our new store on Friday, August 16th at 11 a.m. Enjoy a light snack, door prizes, and raffle giveaways as we cut the ribbon and open our doors to a world of floral wonders. Shelby's Floral. Experience the magic of flowers, crafted every day with care and creativity.
Millions of people deal with obesity and face unfair weight bias every day.
We don't want you on our team. You're too slow and fat.
Weight bias is harmful, not helpful.
Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
Learn more about weight bias and how to help end it. Visit stopweightbias.com.
Let's work together to stop weight bias today.
It's the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99 or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The sun has finally come up over the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. It's going to end up being a beautiful day with sunshine. It's going to be hazy sunshine, though, and the thickest smoke and the worst air quality is going to continue to be in southern Yakima County, also in Klickitat County around the Williams Mine fire. Otherwise, today is going to be cool compared to average. We'll still be about 5 degrees below average, as most of us will end up in the 80s. Pretty light winds for today, and for tonight, the winds will continue to be pretty light. The haze and the smoke situation is going to stay the same, and overnight lows will drop back down into the 50s for most spots, although we could end up in the low 60s for some portions of the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Our weather gets a lot more interesting into tomorrow. We'll go ahead and show you that with Futurecast. We put this into motion. This is 8 in the morning, and during the wee hours of the morning and up until the early to mid-morning, that's when we could see some showers and thunderstorms for southern portions of Morrow County and Umatilla County, becoming a little bit more widespread into the afternoon and early evening. Then I want you to pay very close attention to this time frame right here, 5 p.m. to midnight. Watch the Blue Mountains right here. This complex of thunderstorms rolls through just like with yesterday morning, so we will watch for the potential of lightning, obviously, but also of holdover fires. So thunderstorm chances go down a little bit after that into Friday, but we're expecting another resurgence for Saturday. So once again, we'll track for the potential of fire starts on Saturday as well, and then some lingering thunderstorm chances likely petering out into next week. Our high temperatures staying pretty consistent over this next week. Looks like we'll have a bit of an anomaly for Saturday, but otherwise we'll continue to be about 5-ish degrees below average for this time of the year. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and hazy for today. Small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, mostly staying in the 80s through early next week. For Yakima, tough air quality in southern Yakima County. We'll have a string of thunderstorm chances from Thursday through Sunday and below average highs for the next week. For Hermiston, a bit breezy for this morning. Small shower and thunderstorm chances Thursday and Saturday, and highs will range from 85 to 90 for the next 7 days. Then for Walla Walla, warm with hazy sunshine for today. Consistent chances for thunderstorms Thursday through Saturday, and highs stay mostly in the mid-80s through next Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. And we've got the morning sprint up next.
But first, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new warnings about back-to-school scams.
The amount of chatter related to back-to-school scams increased by 71%. So for as many parents who have back-to-school shopping on top of their minds, so the fraudsters as well.
Fraudsters trying to get money or personal information through scams like emails or texts pretending to be from a school administrator, fake scholarship applications, even back-to-school shopping sites that aren't legit and offer prices that are too good to be true.
During the back-to-school period, there's a certain amount of anxiety. And when consumers are stressed, they're not thinking clearly. They're more likely to give away their sensitive data. And so that spells a higher amount of success for the fraudster.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you how to protect yourself from these would-be scammers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
A fan at a track meet spills jelly on her shirt.
I bet Allison doesn't get jelly on her shirt.
Allison on the track.
Bet Noah Lyles doesn't get smoothie on his jersey.
Noah.
Oh, come on. Bet Carl Lewis doesn't get tomato sauce on his jacket.
Carl. Dang it. He spills chocolate sauce on his shirt.
Stains happen to the best of us. When they do, Tide's got you covered.
Pasta in Paris? When in Rome.
Noah shrugs.
It's got to be Tide. America's #1 detergent.
P&G.
As fans, you always show up big.
You drive hours to away games.
Brave 0-degree weather.
You go all out.
Now, it's time to show up just as big for our country.
And that starts with registering to vote.
The average time to register is literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's not just our game that needs us.
Our country and local communities do too. Let's get it.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off international news. A new round of Gaza ceasefire talks is set to take place tomorrow. International leaders are trying to calm tensions between Iran and Israel.
If they escalate, the U.S. and Iranian proxies in other countries could end up involved. The U.S. is trying to prevent that from happening.
In more national news, the U.S. has approved to send $20 billion in arms sales to Israel. Congress was notified of the sale.
According to the State Department, this includes F-15 fighter jets, advanced air-to-air missiles, tank ammunition, high-explosive mortars, and tactical vehicles. However, these weapons contracts will take years to fulfill, with the earliest systems now expected to be delivered, not expected rather, to be delivered until November or until 2026.
In your business headlines now, Big Lots is closing 315 of its over 1,300 stores across the U.S. This amid ongoing financial troubles.
A specific list wasn't published, according to their website. It is part of an updated loan agreement to secure its finances.
Starbucks has named its new CEO.
Brian Niccol, who is currently at Chipotle and previously at Taco Bell, will head the coffee company. Niccol has been touted as someone who can turn companies around.
In your health headlines this morning, the CDC is seeing an uptick in the respiratory illness parvovirus B19, commonly called fifth disease. Infections dropped during the COVID pandemic, which led to a reduction in immunity.
Some people never develop symptoms, but those who do get typical flu-like symptoms followed by a rash and joint pain. It can also cause complications in pregnant women and those with sickle cell disease. Reminder to wash hands frequently and keep surfaces clean.
A new study in the JAMA Network Open Journal says having a diet of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can lower a person's dementia risk by nearly a third. This decrease was also noted for people who had other health problems, including type 2 diabetes and heart disease. One lifestyle medicine specialist notes the study is observational and cannot make a direct link between a healthy diet and a healthy brain.
However, it does mirror existing research that links dietary inflammation and brain health. Experts say this serves as a reminder to ease up on foods like processed meats and sugary snacks. The findings were based on the results of more than 84,000 adults in the UK without dementia who were over 60 years old.
Olympic bronze medalist and WNBA player Dearica Hamby filed a federal lawsuit against the WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces franchise. Attorneys say it comes after she was subjected to, quote, acts of intimidation, discrimination, and retaliation.
Hamby first accused the Las Vegas Aces of wrongdoing in January 2023. She believes she was traded to the Sparks because of her pregnancy. The WNBA investigated Hamby's claims after her 2023 complaint. It later suspended the Aces head coach for 2 games for violating league and team workplace policies. Now here are the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. The city of Mapton has been operating without a budget all year long. The city not only without a budget, but also missing $22,000 stolen from the city in a fake robbery scheme, allegedly involving a city employee. At a heated meeting last night, council members voted to hire a new attorney. The mayor refused to sign the contract. A hearing is scheduled this morning about a petition to recall the mayor.
The Retreat Fire southwest of Natchez is no longer burning alongside Highway 12, but the roadway remains closed. Firefighters are still using the highway as an access point for emergency cars and equipment. WashDOT crews also need to look at the damage to infrastructure before they can reopen the roadway.
PNNL opened the doors to its newest research hub yesterday, the Grid Storage Launchpad. It's a 93,000 square foot research facility housing 30 labs and employing around 100 researchers. Everything will be done under one roof, from development to testing. Officials say it helps enhance energy infrastructure and improve the reliability of the power grid.
Franklin County will be asking for an increase in funding for its emergency communications system on the November ballot. The system is failing, which puts public safety in danger. Sheriff Jim Raymond says voting to support the tax will ensure that first responders have the resources they need to protect and serve the community.
And coming up this morning, the Franklin County Auditor is conducting a risk-limiting audit. This is a post-election check of a random sample of individual ballots. It helps to prove that the reported outcome of the election is in fact correct. This audit will be happening from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. today at the Franklin County Election Center, and it is open for people to watch. Check this out. Astronomers have found a leftover zombie star from a supernova that once shone in the night sky 1,000 years ago.
So this striking object appeared as bright as Saturn. Historical chronicles from China and Japan recorded it as a guest star.
Chinese astronomers use that term to signify a temporary object in the sky. This object, now known as SN 1181, has puzzled astronomers for centuries.
Now, a new study has, for the first time, described SN 1181 in detail.
The study created a computerized model of the supernova's evolution from immediately after the initial outburst appeared until today.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Zombie star.
There needs to be a movie about it. Also trending now, it's August and it's still summer, but despite that, more stores are rolling out the classic fall flavor. Yes, we're talking about pumpkin spice once again.
That's right. IHOP is launching its fall-themed lineup on September 1st. So that includes pumpkin spice pancakes, pumpkin spice cold brew, and pumpkin cheesecake flavored pancakes.
Also, Krispy Kreme is unveiling their fall menu even earlier, announcing the return of the pumpkin spice cake donut and pumpkin spice latte started August 12th. And as I check my calendar, that's still technically summer.
And not to mention stores like Home Depot have started selling Halloween decor. Also, Pottery Barn is the ads that I've been getting for their Halloween items. I love the algorithm.
Pumpkin spice has cemented itself as a fall staple, with Americans spending more than $500 million on pumpkin spice products each year, according to data from Nielsen. Do you guys, we've talked about it before.
Yes, we have, and it's not too early. It's not too early for spooky season. This is when you got to start planning your Halloween costumes, right, Josh?
Everything now.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we had 3 kittens that had 3 separate season names, enjoy each season for what it is. There you go. All right, real quick, it does feel like kind of a bit of a different season out there. 50s and 60s, a little brisk, especially in some of the gustier conditions. A little bit later today, we're going to be about 5 degrees below average. Temperatures in the 80s, mostly light haze up in the sky. We have thunderstorm chances, though, that are going to resurge in a Thursday, another resurgence into Saturday. So we'll be watching for the potential of fire starts. But hey, some good news. Temperatures still staying below average for the most part over the next week.
You could almost say it's getting ready for fall, these temperatures.
Maybe.
Thank you guys for joining us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find more on our website.
Local news is back tonight at 5. Have a great day.